Chapter 21. The Three Brains. The revolutionary psychology of the new era affirms that the organic machine of the intellectual animal, mistakenly called man, exists in a tri-centered or tri-cerebral way. The first brain is enclosed within the cranial body. The second brain concretely corresponds to the dorsal spine, with its central medulla and all its nervous branches. The third brain is not specifically placed in any part of the body. It is constituted by the sympathetic nervous plexi and, in general, by all the specific nervous centers of the human organism. The first brain is the thinking center. The second brain is the center of movement, commonly called the motor center. The third brain is the emotional center. It is clearly proved in practice that every abuse of the thinking brain produces excessive waste of intellectual energy. It is then logical to affirm fearlessly that asylums are true cemeteries of intellectually dead people. Harmonious and balanced sports are useful for the motor brain, but the abuse of sports means the excessive waste of motor energies, and the result is often disastrous. It is not absurd to affirm that people who are dead in the motor center exist. Such dead people are known as hemiplegics, paraplegics, people with progressive paralysis, etc. A sense of aesthetics, mysticism, ecstasy, superior music are necessary to cultivate the emotional center, but the abuse of such a brain produces a useless waste and a squandering of emotional energy. The existentialists of the new wave, the rock fans, the sensual pseudo-artists of modern art, the morbid, passionate people of sensuality, abuse the emotional brain. Even when it seems incredible, death certainly processes itself in thirds in each person. It has been verified up to the hilt that every illness has its basis in any of the three brains. The great law has wisely deposited in each of the three brains of the intellectual animal a definite capital of vital values. To save such capital means, as a matter of fact, to prolong life. To squander said capital produces death. Archaic traditions that have come to us from the terrifying night of centuries affirm that the average human life on the ancient continent Mu, located in the Pacific Ocean, oscillated between 12 and 15 centuries. With the passing of the centuries through the ages, the mistaken use of the three brains shortened life little by little. In the sunny country of Kem, in the old Egypt of the pharaohs, the average human life only reached to 140 years. Actually, in these modern times of petrol and celluloid, in this age of existentialism and rock rebels, the average human life, according to some insurance companies, is barely 50 years. The Marxist-Leninist gentlemen of the Soviet Union, braggarts and liars as usual, are over there going around saying that they have invented very special serums to lengthen life. But the old man Khrushchev is not 80 years old yet, and he has to ask one foot's permission to lift the other. In the center of Asia, there exists a religious community made up of old people that do not even remember their youth. The average lifespan of these old people oscillates between 400 and 500 years. The entire secret of long life of these Asiatic monks consists in the wise use of the three brains. The balanced and harmonious functionalism of the three brains means the saving of vital values and, as a logical consequence, prolongation of life. There exists a cosmic law known as the equalization of the vibrations of many sources. The monks of said monastery know how to use said law through the use of the three brain. Extemporaneous pedagogy lead students to the abuse of the thinking brain, whose results psychiatry already knows. The intelligent cultivation of the three brains is fundamental education. In the ancient mysteries of Babylon, Greece, India, Persia, Egypt, etc., students received direct, integral information of their three brains through precept, dance, music, etc., intelligently combined. The theaters of ancient times form part of the school. Drama, comedy, tragedy, combined with special mime, music, oral teaching, etc., serve to inform the three brains of each individual. At that time, students did not abuse the thinking brain, and they know how to use intelligently and in a balanced way their three brains. Dances of the mysteries of Gnosis in Greece, the theater of Babylon, the sculpture of Greece, were always used to transmit knowledge to disciples. Now, in these degenerated times of rock, the confused and disoriented students walk on the tenebrous path of mental abuse. At present, true creative systems for the harmonious cultivation of the three brains do not exist. Teachers of schools, colleges, and universities only address the unfaithful memory of the bored students that wait with anxiety for the hour when they can leave the classroom. It is urgent and indispensable to know how to combine intellect, movement, and emotion with the purpose of taking integral information to the three brains of students. It is absurd to inform one brain. The first brain is not the only one of cognition. It is criminal to abuse the thinking brain of students. Fundamental education should lead students to the path of harmonious development. Revolutionary psychology clearly teaches that the three brains have three types of independent, totally different associations. These three brains have three types of independent, totally different associations. These three types of associations evoke different types of impulses of the being. This gives us, as a matter of fact, three different personalities that do not possess anything in common, either in their nature or in their manifestations. The revolutionary psychology of the New Age teaches that in each person there exist three distinct psychological aspects. With one part of the psychic essence, we want one thing. With another part, we desire something decidedly different. And thanks to the third part, we do something totally opposed. In an instant of supreme pain, perhaps the loss of a beloved one, or any other intimate catastrophe, the emotional personality reaches even desperation, while the intellectual personality asks itself the why of all this tragedy, and the personality of movement only wants to escape from the scene. These three distinct, different, and many times even contradictory personalities should be intelligently cultivated and instructed with methods and special systems in all schools, colleges, and universities. From the psychological point of view, it becomes absurd to exclusively educate the intellectual personality. Man has three personalities that urgently need fundamental education.